Okay, I just thought we'd experiment there with something new. This is Victoria's Q&A. We're back. And you just saw my new poster I got. Now I'm going to answer the two questions we've got coming in from this last week for my Q&A. From Beach Bear Enthusiast, we've got a couple comments. Um, you wanted to get Jeff Howell's autograph too. You'll have to let me know if you want me to talk to him for you, or if you would like to do that, and I'll ask him if that you would want to talk to him. So whatever you decide, let me know. I haven't heard from him since. He hasn't sent it to me yet. I would kind of like to do that before he does send it to me, because I don't know if he wants to actually do this for maybe a lot of people, but I don't think he'd have a problem with it. But just let me know. You say I'm one of your favorite YouTubers. Thank you. And thank you for being a regular commenter on here and asking questions. Thank you so much. For the FNAF game, you've asked what my favorite animatronic and favorite game in the series. Do I play the games? I don't play the game. I don't play games like that. But my favorite animatronic is a Foxy. After seeing the movie, I kind of like all of them equally now. But I think Foxy's still my favorite. I like the first game up until maybe like the original 6, and the ending. That's kind of like my favorite of the lore and everything in the story. Funtime Foxy would be my favorite for Sister Location. And of course, Roxanne Wolf for Glam Rock. I don't like any of the others, actually. I'm very picky. But I'll tell you how I got into it really quickly. When I was taking my tour with Aaron in 2019, and we were in the kitchenette with Burt and stuff, we were eating dinner, and I didn't have the cameras on. He asked Burt and I if we'd heard about FNAF, and he told us how he had talked to Scott and told us what it was, and that he loved the fact that the fame has brought attention back to animatronics, and loves that fact that he gets so many fans because of it now. And because of that, now Burt said he didn't know anything about it. Aaron said he didn't have time to play games, but, he, and that made me interested in wanting to know what this was all about even more, what little I knew at the time. So after that visit, I came home and I looked up all these videos on all these YouTubers that were doing timelines, playing the game, Mark's videos, Matt Pat's videos, and that got me into the whole FNAF fame, and I love the story, love the timeline, love the lore. So I loved how drama, mystery, thriller aspect of it. So that's what I like. The next, what was the other one? Might have answered somebody. Do you know the different? Okay, and I think you might have answered at some point. But how long have I known? Oh, I almost forgot about this one. How long have you known the different Rockafire cast members? Okay, good one. Thank you for the good questions. I have known Aaron since 2017. When I first got into this, and I have to thank YouTube for this whole thing anyway, because that's how I rediscovered and ended up learning. And it's a long story if I tell the whole thing, but that's for another time if you want to hear it. I might have told this in my own Rockafire Stories video, so go there and look just in case. You'll have to scroll down, try to find it. Basically, I heard a commercial one night when I was at work, and the tune reminded me of something I'd heard on Country Bear Jamboree. So I went and looked up that video, and by looking up that video, it showed all these recommendations the next night, and that brought up videos from Creative Engineering, and that is how I found Aaron, his channel. Long story short, I had no idea when I was first watching them who he was, didn't know anything about Creative Engineering. So I learned. From then on, I have learned everything since then. So I became a premium subscriber. I found his channel in July of that year, and I became a premium subscriber in September, and I've been one ever since. So I am one of the however many fans that have seen every video he's done, publicly, privately, I don't know how many of us are still around from the very first year, because that was the first year he did premium subscription too. He had started that in April of that year. So at the time when I joined, he had like only 30, 35 videos, maybe 40 at the most. And he said, do you want to go back and watch what you've missed? And he didn't charge much, I think like $1 or so for every video. And I said, sure. And I even paid him more than what it was because I enjoyed them so much. And I remember that was my first interaction with Aaron, getting to know him. I love the fact that he hand typed up, a personal note to me, and I still have it to this day. I kept a lot of his emails that he has sent me. And you're given a number too when you become a premium subscriber. You're given a number, and you have that number forever. You're known as that number. And I am his 70th subscriber. I don't forget that. So anyway, a couple of years, I'd say about almost 2 years later, in 2019, about around January, it was right after Christmas, I was trying to find out more things about the cast because there was just nothing on YouTube at that time, nothing on Facebook that I thought about. And I didn't exactly know all of their names yet, so I didn't think about it. And I thought, okay, I'm going to look up everything I can. I went and watched the Colander Head Telethon video from 1983, which is really the video that gets you into the cast. For most people say that. That's a good video to see what they looked like at that time. You can see them play, hear them voice. So there was one video that had a thought bubble next to each one. It said their names in full. And that gave me the idea to look them up on Facebook because there was nothing on YouTube about them. I might have seen maybe a Celicia video, but didn't make the connection. So I went on Facebook one night in January and I found every one of them. And I hit the add friend button, click, 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 and they all accepted me within a few hours to 24 hours to a few days to one of them took 2 weeks. And that was the longest it took before they saw the notification and let me on there. So, and I've been friends with them ever since in that way. After I clicked the button, I wrote up a little note in Messenger to all of them. Hi, I'm a fan, this and that. And pretty much almost all of them talked to me or said something. There was only 2 of them that didn't. They read the messages because you can go in Facebook and you can have your notification bells turned on so you can see if they've read your message. They can see when you're on. And that's how I knew they read the message. They just didn't say anything to me. So I thought, well, okay, maybe they're just not talkers. And some of the rest of them were. And Burt was one of them that wanted to call me and talk to me. And that's how we got to talk. And I got to learn a lot of stuff from him. And then I had told him that I wanted to come down there and get a tour, and I want to meet him at the same time I'm going to go and see Aaron. And that's a few months later in May, I went on my tour. So that is the beginning of that. And it's been, my goodness. So it's been 6 years since I've known Aaron and about almost 5 since I've known the cast in a way. Whether it's knowing them a lot or knowing them very little, it's been that long. So and I've learned a lot from a lot of late night talk sessions, let's just say that, from some of them. So that answers, I think, all of your questions. Now we're going to go to Retro Play Planet. Not sure if this has been asked before. Does Burt have a favorite show tape or song? Now, this actually has been asked a while back, but I did ask Burt again about it, and I'll show you his answer. And here's his answer. I think Beach Boy Melody, whatever that show tape is that plays in, that's the show tape. He probably forgot which one it is. I don't even know. And for a single song, it is Sal's Birthday. So hopefully that answers all of your questions. Please leave all new comments and questions about Showbiz Pizza, FNAF, anything down below in the comment section, and we'll see you next time.